My name is Christof Mauch, and I'm the director of the Rachel Carson Center for Environment and Society at LMU in Munich. It's a multidisciplinary center in Munich. Paradise Blues is a book that I've worked on for a long time. I visited all the places that I wrote about, and they're in very different parts of America. They are in the Arctic, and they're in the tropics, they're in the desert, and they're along the Mississippi River. I didn't like the idea of national environmental history writing. I don't think that you can write an environmental history of the United States and claim that things are happening in the same way in different regions. So I thought, instead, I will zoom into specific places. I will look at sites, I will zoom out, I will look how they're globally connected, but I need to understand the local and the global and the connections, and I need to make a composite picture of a diverse set of places, and this is what I did in the book Paradise Blues. There's something bluesy about it, you know. America looks like a paradise, but there are many, many problems. Problems with waste, with toxic waste, problems with natural catastrophes, people living in spaces that are absolutely dangerous to live in. And each of the chapters, the 8 chapters, is about ambivalences. And so, you could be, some places had to die so that others could live. A place in a desert had to die because you needed water, and built a dam so that another one, Las Vegas, could live. So I'm intrigued by these ambivalences. One of the things that really gives me hope, and I talk about slow hope because things don't happen overnight. I think this is one of the real problems in our society, that we look at problem solution and things need to be dealt with very quickly, but slow hope is an idea that goes back to the understanding that things can happen slowly and we forget about what we have already achieved. One example is the way in which we think about trees. Trees were just timber and money, nothing else, and we planted the fastest growing trees, eucalyptus, for instance, in Portugal, and spruce in middle Germany, even though this is not the tree that you would find there naturally. And over time, we've changed our understanding of trees and forests. So, for instance, it cools down. It's important in the time of global warming. It's against erosion and many, many other things. But over the last few years, we've gone beyond that. And that gives me hope. The fact that we now realize that trees are creatures like us. They live in symbiosis with us, but they live in very close symbiosis with fungi, for instance. They wouldn't grow much higher than me if they didn't have other creatures that they can rely on. We would have never thought ecologically 30, 40 years ago, but today many of us understand that we are a creature, humans, on the earth that can be very destructive, but also a creature that can help us save the planet.